पहले भी मैं तुमसे मिला हूँ पहली दफा ये मिल के लगा
Best answer.
तू
I don't think I can top that.
जिस्मों से मरहम
भाग जाएगी तेरी.
What's the most rebellious thing you did for love when you were young?
I've ran away from my house.
For who?
I was waiting with her and then I was like, हाँ ये अगली ट्रेन आएगी हम चढ़ के जहाँ उतरेंगे वहाँ we'll just and then I think she got scared and she called her parents.
If you had to run away with someone to escape all the drama in your life, what are the 3 things you will pack? Food?
Kettle.
Kettle for sure. I want my chai.
Vest. 2 जोड़ी कपड़े थे और क्या था?
लड़की.
I've seen it. I've come from a small town. I've seen all of these things, but I will never say that. Oh, I've lived this life or anything. Playing this part also and being able to actually get this part also, I feel like being an actor is also in a way. I feel
A privilege,
yeah, privilege.
That you also had that identity crisis with.
Of course, I think especially for us, not just me. I think Siddhant also must have gone through that when we started off as actors. I used to be chilling with my new Bombay friends and I would hardly talk. People also who tried to put me down, and now when I look at them I'm like,
Hi guys, this is Ankita Bhalla. You're tuned to Bollywood Bubble, and for Dhadak 2 today, Siddhant and Triptii are going to sit with me, and I have already got a certain kind of whiff from them. बहुत intense नहीं करेंगे हम. We'll try to keep it a little light to make it a little easy. खाली हो गई है. Playing this part, and I think it's applicable to you also, made you realize that what exactly the privilege you have in life.
Absolutely. Playing this part also and being able to actually get this part also, I feel like being an actor is also in a way. I feel
a privilege.
yeah, privilege. How many of us do get a chance, and when we do get a chance, it almost feels such an humbling experience. You feel grateful, you feel privileged, and to be supported by your parents, and then getting films like scripts like these, so it just feels that yes, there is some power up there, and maybe I'm a bit lucky, because I think talent and hard work is prerequisite if you want to enter any kind of industry, but other than that I think luck also plays a huge part. So I feel blessed, I feel lucky that I was chosen by the producers and the director to play this part, and the film has come out really, really nice. So I'm hoping that this privilege continues and I get such parts, and get to like push myself more and more as an actor, and eventually, grow as a human being as well.
Tripti, the theme line of a film, if I have to like put it in few words, if after the trailer, you talk about caste, you talk about identity, you talk about discrimination.
yes,
But what strikes out for me is identity of any human being. That is so important, so pagan to us, that how we are as a person, how world perceives us. Was there ever a time in your life as an actor in this entire periphery that you also had that identity crisis with the work you were doing?
of course, I think especially for us, not just me. I think Siddhant also must have gone through that when we started off as actors. Here we didn't really know anyone. This world was like completely new for both of us, I feel. And I think initially the 1 year, or I think 1 or 2 years, I was dealing with it on a daily basis because I didn't know how to conduct myself. I didn't know how to fit in. I was constantly trying to fit in because this is where I grew up, was a completely different world, right? I'd sort of found my comfort zone there. But when you push yourself out of the comfort zone and you enter a new space, you realize that there's so much you don't know and there's so much that is new. And in that, sometimes you lose yourself because you're constantly trying to be somebody else, constantly trying to adapt to a new environment. And I remember I used to be chilling with my new Bombay friends and I would hardly talk because I would be like, I don't know how to talk like them. I don't know how to behave like them. It's just completely different. Now, of course, I'm more comfortable and now I know that I'm much more confident in who I am as a person. But there was a point where I was hiding parts of myself by just staying quiet. And that was the most heartbreaking thing that I've done in my life. I was always an introvert, and I think those first 2 years in Bombay, I had gone into a shell again because स्कूल टाइम पे आई थिंक आई हैड फेस दिस जब बचपन से फर्स्ट टाइम स्कूल गए थे. आई थिंक आफ्टर दैट, आफ्टर फर्स्ट और सेकंड ग्रेड, फर्स्ट इन बॉम्बे द फर्स्ट 2 years I felt that again, and it was heartbreaking. But I think the only way out is through. You learn to grow, you learn to accept yourself, and I think that phase was also very important because it taught me a lot about myself, and it taught me that one should be proud of whoever they are. You are human. You're a human being. You will have 10,000 flaws. It's okay, as long as you're willing to work on them. As long as you're willing to learn and grow, it's okay to make mistakes. That is what is important. And I think there are people also who try to put me down. I've met people like that initially, and now when I look at them, I'm like, no, I don't want to give them attitude. I don't want to be mean to them. I just don't want them in my life anymore. I don't want that negative energy because I don't want people to be associated with me for a reason. I want genuine people in my life, kind people in my life, and there are people like that. So I'm very, very grateful that I have kind and humble and genuine people also who liked me when I was not who I am today. And yeah, for that I consider myself lucky. And I thank God for that phase as well. It's taught me a lot.
While everyone is saying that, of course, Karan said on the trailer launch yesterday, it's a faithful remake of such a beloved, beautiful film. You're also carrying the legacy of the title Dhadak as well. You are coming with a second part of it. The story, the dealing of the film, was there a point in the script when you were going through it that it really made you uncomfortable to a point you had to maybe go and have a conversation with somebody in your family, within your peers, your friends? Because I've seen the first, like the original one, and whatever I've seen from the trailer, it doesn't give you like a very easy feeling. The feeling is not easy.
Honestly, see the thing is, my parents are also like, they know that I do what I do and how I do it. Also, I do talk about it before I start prepping for the film. Like, this is the film I'm doing. This is what it is about. And then when you get into the prep of it, and also because we were shooting in Bhopal for 3 months, so I was away from my family, and they are concerned if so you cannot call them, be like, oh, I'm having a hard day, because now the point is you have to take care of them. They are getting old, so you cannot, like, if you tell them that I'm not okay, or I'm like,
They'll panic.
yeah, they will panic. Leave come back home.
सब कुछ छोड़ के
छोड़ छाड़ के वापस आ जाओ.
माँ वही होती है, सब छोड़ दो, क्या है, हम लोग हैं, आ जाओ. So you have to also kind of be like, no, it's going good, it's going absolutely, amazing, and which exactly what it was. The only thing which I used to take back was obviously the weight of the character, whatever was happening, but everything else was beautiful. Like Shazia, the way she kind of dealt with everything, the sensitivity of it, while performing as well. The co-actors, Triptii, Saurabh Sasdeva, Vipin sir, and everybody. They were so like helpful and supportive. It was almost like a family. The only thing is the weight of the character, which is, I think it's my personal thing. I cannot be like putting that weight on anybody else. You have to process it. You have to keep it inside you, because if you talk it
Also,
out,
you chose this.
huh?
You chose this.
I chose this, so if I talk it out, I feel I'm losing the energy. So I have to keep the energy till the film ends. So I have to keep it going inside me, and that will be, when you see the film, you'll see that, and I would leave that to that, because once you see the film, maybe
We'll be able to have a better conversation.
yeah,
over
better
this one.
conversation, because then I can tell you in detail about, like, oh, how did you
navigate that?
Yeah, it was tough. It's not a life which I would say, completely lived. I've seen it. I've come from a small town. I've seen all of these things, but I will never say that, oh, I've lived this life or anything. But that's my job as an actor, to convince you in those 3 hours to kind of believe what I'm emoting. That's what I did in Gully Boy or Kho Gaya Hum Kahan or Gehraiyan. I'm none of these people. and I can never be them. I only can do is take the good things from here. And what I learned from this character Nilesh is resilience, and to stand up for and have a voice and stand up for what he wants, fight for love.
Did you also had that phase of battling your own identity crisis? It is difficult, no matter what anyone says. Even as humans, when we are growing up, we also don't know what kind of person we are becoming.
Yeah.
We evolve with each day.
I think for me it was more to do with shifting from my one career to the other. I was, as we all know, was doing chartered accountancy, and then I studied a lot for that along with my graduation. And then suddenly to switch from that world to this world and forgetting everything. You studied like for 14 hours, 18 hours to clear an exam. And once you do that, suddenly you let that all go, that security go, and dive into a deep world of unsurety. And again, so when I got in here, it was very different. Didn't know like how to conduct yourself. Again, the same things, you know, how to PR or position yourself, how to develop perception over craft, and how to kind of pose as a star instead of actually audience choosing you as one. But thankfully, I was grateful that I got my first film, and audience was the one who chose me to be able to get other films after that. But yeah, I mean, these things I learned on the go, and then I chose to unlearn them again because I was like, these things are not important. Eventually, I realized that you have to. There was, you know, when there's a pressure, obviously, to kind of fit in and, you know, learn all of these things. And then when you learn these things, and then you realize, मैं कुछ रखा नहीं है. ये सब खाली है. Actually, the reason why you wanted to be here was exactly the same 19-year-old Siddhant or that 10-year-old Siddhant wanted it to be. So, to be honest to that person, you only have to answer two people, I feel. It's your, you know, your younger self, your 10-year-old, and your 60-year-old self. When I'm 60, how do I, you know, what would that person expect from me? So, and when I'm younger, I have to live up to every dream that little boy has seen. And the man standing at 70 is expecting me to work hard every day so that I can, you know, be that in that position that time and be respected. So eventually everything goes down back to, you know, unlearning everything, whatever has been taught, and going back to your roots and taking your roots long way and making your roots proud, your family proud, where you come from proud. And that's the most important thing, I feel.
I promise you that I'll be ending it on a fun note. So I have just 2-3 things to ask you. It's something called against all odds.
Against all.
I'm giving you a situation. Give me a quick fun answer. We don't have time. We have to wrap it quickly.
किसके लिए लड़ना
All
चाहो?
right. इसके लिए. चलिए. What's the most rebellious thing you did for love when you were young?
When we were young, for love.
Against all odds.
I have boarded a train in
From
the
Virar.
evening to Virar
To Virar.
from Goregaon to Virar. Yeah,
How old were you?
I think I was 18. It was quite packed.
But
I think it is rebellious. I feel it is rebellious. I don't know.
I've bunked school. That's the biggest thing.
We can do better. Come on.
I
Yeah.
haven't done anything
Okay, let's
more.
give one more chance. These are
I
silly
have bunked
answers.
school, yeah.
We have done things, okay? I've ran away from my house
for who?
for the girl I loved.
I haven't done it, so how do I say it?
Cool. Okay.
So I ran. You want to know the story?
Go
I
ahead.
ran away from the house.
Short word,
And-
na?
go. I'll not stop
She
you.
was waiting, so I said, okay, we'll meet there. भाग जाएंगे हम लोग. वो वहाँ पे आई, and I was waiting with her, and then I was like, हाँ ये अगली ट्रेन आएगी, चढ़ के जहाँ उतरेंगे वहाँ we'll just, you know, and then I think she got scared and she called her parents. तो मुझे बहुत पिटाई हुई
मैं
मेरी.
पूछने लगी थी पढ़ी
बहुत पड़ी है.
तुम्हारी इतनी adventurous रही. Maybe next one you will get it. If you had to run away with someone to escape all the drama in your life, what are the 3 things you will pack?
What are the 3 things I would pack? Food,
Kettle.
kettle, for sure. I want my
Where else do
chai.
you cook your
And,
noodles and your paneer? In the kettle.
Food, kettle. And
Lighter ले ले, आग कैसे जलाएगी?
नहीं.
नहीं.
Food, kettle and kettle है ना, आग की जरूरत है. पनीर बनाएंगे kettle में.
अबे तू जंगल वंगल भाग गई कहीं तो इलेक्ट्रिसिटी कहाँ होगा?
Food, kettle and a blanket.
Nice.
Nice.
And the last one.
अरे मेरे से तो पूछो.
आपसे पूछूं मुझे लगा आपने मुझे बहुत अच्छी स्टोरी सुनाई.
ये अपने 3 ऑप्शन सोच रहा था ना जब
आई लव इट. चलो ठीक है, आप बताओ.
अरे यार मैंने
नहीं
तो
यार,
सोचा ही नहीं है,
sweet.
इसलिए तो बोला हूँ.
Okay, okay, please आप बता
तो
दो.
जरा.
सोच Think.
क्या क्या लेके जाऊंगा?
3 चीजें.
किसी के साथ अगर भागना
हाँ,
हो तो
किसी के साथ भागना है तो.
क्या लेके गया था मैं? 2 जोड़ी कपड़े थे और आई थिंक पैसे थे कुछ और क्या था?
लड़की.
नहीं उसको पैक थी. क्या है?
उसको
That's
पैक
not what
करके
I'm
थोड़ा
saying.
लेके जाए.
क्या तू भूल गया? आई थिंक कपड़े, पैसे और क्या?
बस.
और क्या लेके जाते हैं भाई?
खाना.
हाँ.
खाना तो
मिल
भागने
जाएगा
से
ना
पहले
कहीं पे.
क्या लेके जाते हैं? किसी
खाना
के
तो
पास
एक
suggestions
सेकंड,
है?
ये स्टूपिड. खाना कैसे? खाना तो आप जहाँ जा रहे हो वहाँ मिल ही जाएगा आपको.
क्या पता ना.
पैसे तो ले जाती तृप्ति, वो
अरे-
तो कम खरीदेगी कैसे?
हाँ
हाँ,
वो बात भी.
ये बात सही है ना.
पैसे तो चाहिए ना, एटीएम कार्ड कुछ तो चाहिए, पैसे. और क्या? नाइफ. अरे अगर मैं जंगल वंगल में चला गया, कुछ बचाऊंगा कैसे?
नाइस.
नाइफ चाहिए ना, कुछ यूटिलिटी है. कुछ हम पे अटैक हो गया, कुछ हो गया तो.
ये अलग धड़क चल रही है तुम्हारी रियल लाइफ.
हाँ.
एंड लास्टली, अगर तुम दोनों को अपनी अपनी लव लाइफ के लिए या अपने पार्टनर के लिए एक थीम सॉन्ग डेडिकेट करना हो जो तुम्हारी लव लाइफ डिफाइन करे.
मैं अकेला मेरे चारों तरफ हसीनों का मेला.
भाग जाएगी तेरी.
अरे
चारों
partner-
तरफ हसीनों का
नहीं.
मेला. She's like oh bye.
अरे लव.
Stay with your hasinas.
अरे लव थीम ना, अगर नहीं है पार्टनर तो फिर ऐसे मेरा
मिल
डिफाइन.
भी जाएगा ना फिर ऐसे थोड़ा.
हाँ, मैं
मतलब-
प्रमोट कर रहा हूँ. हाँ.
यार difficult है.
यार
I
बताओ,
think,
चलो खत्म कर.
मैं बोलूँ?
हाँ तू बोल.
मैं बोलूँ? पहले भी मैं तुमसे मिला हूँ, पहली दफा ये मिल के लगा.
Best answer.
तू
I don't think I can top that.
मरहम. है ना?
ये इंटरव्यू कहीं और इससे पहले स्पाइरल हो जाए, मैं ही साइन आउट कर देती हूँ यहाँ से. बट दैट्स लव एंड आई थिंक एज यू हैव सेड ना, मरने और लड़ने में से एक को चुनना हो तो आई थिंक मैं फिल्म जाके देखना पहले पसंद करूंगी.
बिल्कुल, आप
उसके बाद
देखना
we'll get into the do and die of it. But wishing you all the best.
Thank you so
Thank you for
much.
doing this. I know we have less time, but we will do this love segment with you एक दिन इत्मीनान से बैठ के.
बिल्कुल.
100%.
Done.
है ना?
Thank you for
Thank you
this.
so much.
Hi, this is Triptii Dimri.
Hi, this is Siddhant Chaturvedi and you're watching us on Bollywood Bubble.
Bubble.